So you're going to get a full picture of all of that, along with a few words from our community partners and the work that we do with them and the work that they do in the community. So I'm going to have Dan Stuckey kick us up on education and awareness.
So it's pretty easy. You can follow along with this. You can see the bold ones, and then you can take a bite to eat while I'm talking, and then you can see the bold ones. So the first things, we are advocates for individuals and families, which means we represent them. We're the neighbor you wish you had had, I wish we had had to help us on our journey. But one of the first problems in education and awareness, one of the first problems for ARCHway and folks is getting people to ask for help. Sounds simple, getting people to ask for help. In the U.S., 1/3 of families in the U.S. are dealing with a loved one in their family with a drug or alcohol addiction disease. 1/3. Now, the next statistic will tell you the first thing ARCHway does. Only 20% of those families or individuals in their families ever ask for professional help, with the number one stigma being us. Really, they're fearful of what their friends will say, their family will say, their employer will say. They're just fearful of the repercussions of saying they have a problem in their family. The second stigma is they've lost total hope, usually by that time, that there's no out. So stigma and hope. So the first thing ARCHway does is we do tons of public speaking. We do books. We do, like I was at Kiwanis Club, Jan and I was there. We've talked to churches. We do big national conferences. We just talk and talk. But there's two messages. One is we talk to tell people to help change the stigma, tell them they're not alone, and then tell them stories of hope. With the number one thing is they're not alone, and if they just come talk to us, we will help them navigate the system, and that's what we do. Some of the things you see around here, as I told you about some of the places, kind of interesting, sorry about that, is the underwear drive. It does serve a purpose. People really, in the homeless, treatment centers, recovery, need the underwear, but it also is a conversation starter, and we get a lot of people calling and asking for help from around that. So it's actually an educational program for us. In Charlotte County, with all the PR we got in stops, we had 79,000 impressions that we can calculate of people who we at least started a conversation and got them to think about recovery. So we do those things. We have a YouTube channel with over 250 short videos because many people don't want to do it in public. They want to educate themselves in private. So that's the very first thing we do. We do it all for free. Sometimes some of the organizations will give us a donation to help cover our costs, but we will fly people to just talk. First step, trying to get people to ask for help.